Make yourself comfortable. Find a posture where you can be alert but comfortable and relaxed. Start by taking a deep breath, inhaling to feel the belly fill and the chest fill, and then hold at the top for 1, 2, and then release from the chest, empty out, and then empty the belly and let it all go. Breathe naturally. Let's start by getting a feeling of what it is like to be in the body right now. Take note of the feeling of your feet, and of your calves, of your thighs, of your buttocks, of your belly, your low back, your chest, your upper back, your shoulders, your upper arms, your lower arms, your hands and fingers, your neck, your jaw, the sides of the head, and the back of the head, the face, and the top of the head. Now take a second to take in the entire panorama of bodily sensations. It's okay if some of them are uncomfortable. We're not judging. We're just noticing. Just take it all in as one enveloping cloud of sensation. We hold so much tension in the body because we tend to hold so much resistance against life. We often brace ourselves against what's coming in the next moments, in the next weeks, the next months, and even the coming decades. That worry sets our body into a state of chronic tension. So let's see if we can take a trust fall into this moment and relax everything. One of my favorite little things to do is to stand next to my bed and, with my back to the bed, just let go and fall into the softness of the sheets and the blankets and the bed, with absolute trust that the bed is still there even though I can't see it, and that it's going to be there to support when I land. And the interesting thing is, in that second, of giving up control, of giving up any feeling that I can determine the future. A burden is just released. And in that moment of falling, when the landing is still uncertain, there is such a feeling of freedom, because it seems like for just a moment, it's okay whether I land or not. And when I do inevitably fall into the bed safely, all of the muscles release. All of the tension that had been held throughout the day is finally allowed to relax. It's sending a message to the body that it's okay to let go. It's okay to not know what is going to happen in the next moment. It's not necessary to brace yourself for the worst. So as we sit here together, without actually falling, without even moving, let's see if we can embrace that same openness and trust fall into this moment. Take a deep inhalation and just let it all go. Again, do a quick scan of the body to note if there is any tension that's being held on to right now. Noticing if there's tightness, if there are any thoughts saying some sensation that's here shouldn't be, or some sensation which seems to be absent should be here. All of that is just putting you at odds with what is. We can't release and fall trustingly into this moment if we're still holding on to the need for things to be a certain way. So feel all of that tension that's lingering anywhere in the muscles. You might even enhance it by squeezing and contracting them for a second as you take another big inhalation. Hold it at the top, and when you exhale, let all of that tension go. As long as we believe that we're special, disconnected, a solitary being wandering this planet, trying to protect itself and scavenge for what it needs to survive, then we will always feel at war with this moment, unable to truly trust and let go into what is. It is those ideas of separation and self-preservation, driven by decades of habits created by the little traumas and the big traumas in the life. All of those lessons which were taught overtly or covertly when you were a child, they all made their way in and were taken at face value. You learned that you were unsafe, that the world is hostile, and that you need to constantly defend yourself or compete to get what you need. But maybe it doesn't need to be this way. And even if it seems like sometimes it does, maybe it doesn't always need to be this way. So take this opportunity to test it out for yourself. You are sitting right now in a safe place. There is nothing that you need to do or need to get. You are surviving right now simply by being. If there's any tension in the face, in the throat, in the chest, in the belly, or anywhere else, which seems to be clinging to that need to stay vigilant and in control, recognize it. Thank it for trying to protect you for all of these years. It has done a good job. But tell it it's okay to relax right now. You are safe. It's okay to relax and let go. Can you feel that you're becoming more acclimated to the safety of this present moment? Do you feel that it really is okay, at least for right now, to relax and to make that little trust fall into being in this body, in this life, in this instant? Life profoundly changes for people who have had near-death experiences but survive. It puts things into a different perspective because they feel what it's like to be so close to fully needing to let go of absolutely everything. And when they find that letting go only brings peace and that all the fear has been for nothing, that realization can linger for the rest of their life. You don't need to have a near-death experience to feel that peace and comfort of letting go. You can have that right now. Simply notice the tension in the body which is resisting. And be fully present with that tension, not to make it go away, but simply to see it for what it is. Breathe deeply into those tensions. And when you exhale, invite for that tension to let go. If thoughts appear, providing reasons and examples of why you shouldn't just let go, simply notice the thought in the most direct experience that you can. In other words, notice the sound of it, notice the shapes and the colors and the visual appearance. Notice any other way that that thought takes shape for you. But don't honor the content right now. The content is a byproduct of your conditioning. It's the same protective fear program that's been running for time immemorial. You're noticing thoughts, but you're not engaging in thoughts. You're not even actively stepping away from them. Simply set the intention that you're going to notice thoughts, but remain with the physicality of the body and the direct experience of the way those thoughts are showing up. and then trust that the mind is going to do the rest. Trust that you don't need to engage the will to focus and stay attentive and to constantly shift attention from engagement with thoughts back into the direct senses. Just trust that it's going to happen all on its own. This open trusting turns down the selfing mechanism, which in turn helps to release all of that concern, which is always only about the self. What is here to protect if there is no individual self present? Does the infinite totality need to protect itself from itself? Leave the personality aside. Simply be present as all that is here, all that is arising, as that one infinite, connected being. Trust is no longer needed. When there is nothing separate from anything else. Who is trusting whom? What is trusting what? Allow any self-referential thoughts to blur into the background and simply be here as this presence, which has no name, no form, and no reality. Rest here for as long as you would like, until the body starts to move on its own. And notice as it does how seamlessly it integrates into its environment, interacting as one with every other part of itself. that it seems to encounter. Thank you for your practice. Enjoy.